Hi, I'm artist Kathleen Reitz and welcome to my channel. Today's demo is going to be a little bit shorter than a lot of the demos that you see on my channel. September has been a very busy month for my artist husband and myself, and we've both had some gallery shows and we're getting ready for our final two outdoor art shows of the season here in Chicago. So that's really exciting. I've just been really diving deep into a lot of opportunities. We're also both renting spaces at an artist collective, and that'll be opening next weekend. So I'm really excited about all that. I haven't been painting quite as much because I've been really involved in these other projects. But I did manage to get a couple of paintings done this month, and this is one of them. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the importance of challenging yourself. And for me as an artist, I think a lot of times, we bring home a beautiful white canvas, it's pristine, it's fun, and we want to tackle it. And so we're starting our paintings a lot of times on a white or light colored background if we use gesso, but it's kind of fun to change things every once in a while and try something different. So I have a bunch of canvases that I've actually, this one is metallic bronze. I can't wait to work on this one because that's going to be quite a challenge in and of itself. My husband had this interesting bronze paint, and so I've toned that canvas. I have a bunch of canvases that I've toned dark colors because there's a real importance as an artist to not getting too comfortable with what we're used to doing, but challenging ourselves. So for me, my challenge lately has been, what happens if I start with a dark canvas. And you saw recently I did that in another demo, a couple of demos recently actually, where I started with a very deep toned, deep brown sepia colored canvas. And in this case, I decided to tone this canvas a deep red. I actually love red. It is my favorite color, this kind of deep wine, burgundy wine color, such a gorgeous color. So today you'll see me work on this painting, and the challenge with going with a really dark canvas to start with is that as you mix your colors on your palette and you apply them on the canvas, they're going to look much different on your canvas, on your darkly covered canvas, than they do on your palette. So what I discovered was just the tendency for the colors I was mixing on my palette. Once I brought them over onto my painting against this dark red background, they just looked so intense and bright. And that was something I had to keep in mind and keep adjusting as I was working on the painting. You won't see me in this demo work from start to finish. I had, again, this was kind of an experimental piece for me and just kind of a challenge, and I hadn't really thought about filming it until I started getting into it. And you'll see in the beginning that it kind of feels rather Christmassy because it's red, a lot of reds and greens. And then I decided to come in then with this really gorgeous, rich, kind of periwinkle purplish blue. And some more warm orange tones, and just give the painting more of a variety of, I would say, jewel tones. This kind of has a very jewel toned, rich feeling to me, and I love how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. It's a very different approach when you are working on a dark canvas like this, but we're going to get into it a little bit today, and let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something you want to try. I always tell my students that, not to get too attached to your paintings. not everything you do is going to be a masterpiece. We have a tendency sometimes, especially newer artists, when they're starting out, you know, you don't want to waste paint, you don't want to waste canvas and your supplies, and you know, sometimes we get a little too attached to the outcome and we forget that every painting is actually really a learning process. So this for me was a learning process, and I want to know in the comments after the video if you feel challenged also by this video to just try something different in your own practice, and whether that's going darker like this, starting with a darker, richer background, or maybe you're going to try some different tools or whatever. I would love to know in the comments if you were inspired by this video and if you plan on doing something different in your own art practice as a result. And I just want to thank you ahead of time for watching, and if you enjoy this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Thank you.
So here you can see I had already begun painting before I decided to start filming, but I thought that I would take you on this journey with me. Didn't know really how it was going to turn out, and at this stage it just looks to me very Christmassy, as I said before. But as I get towards the end of the film, I'm going to be adding more colors, and we're going to see where this goes. So first of all, I've gone in with this silicone wedge and I put down my greenery, and am working on some really beautiful tones of reds, oranges, pinks, and whites for my initial florals. And I don't normally go quite this bold, but I figured I really don't have anything to lose. This canvas was an older painting that just didn't resonate with me anymore, so I decided to paint over it and mixed up this really gorgeous deep burgundy wine color for the background, and just thought, well, we'll see where this goes. So now here, after I put down my florals and greenery, I'm just going back into the background with another coat of this pretty red colored paint. And this time it's a little bit more saturated, which means it is a little bit more of an intense color. And now I'm bringing in a little bit of a lighter color, and I'm just softening my florals and blending them into the background. And here back up in this corner, I've decided to bring in a little bit of a lighter pink color. And again, at this point, I really didn't know yet how I felt about this painting, since it is very different from the approach I use in most of my floral paintings with regard to the color and the intensity and just the boldness of this color palette. And I like this addition of this warm orange color. And for those who are not familiar with this tool that I'm using, this is a Princeton brand Catalyst silicone wedge, and I use it in almost all of my paintings. Someone recently asked me in the comment section about composition and if I could talk a little bit about that, and I do plan to do that a little bit more in the future, but I just want to say that with a lot of the paintings that I do, I don't stick to hard and fast rules about composition. This color right here, this kind of pretty warm reddish color that I'm using, as you can see, I've balanced my painting by using that color around the entire painting. I've done this to create eye flow, and that's what I've also done with the different values that I have. So the lighter colors that I have, the light pinks and whites, you can see I've used throughout the canvas also, and that helps to carry the viewer's eye around the canvas. And since this painting, it was really essentially supposed to be more of an experiment, I didn't see any harm in bringing in this periwinkle blue color. And I actually really love how it wakes up the painting and balances and just gives it some exciting energy. So there's that periwinkle and then a little bit of a darker red violet. The red violet is a little bit of a darker value than most of the painting, so it brings a little bit more depth into it. And this is as much of the painting as I recorded. I did stand back and give the painting a little bit of time and then went back into it and added a few more details, which I will show you next.
So again, here's a final look at the painting. I'll bring it a little closer for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.